goes. Oh no. Oh no. Here it is. It's the end of the year. And I still haven't beaten this game. One of the last games I had to play. Oh, I get it. I get that you're thirsty. There we go. Hacha. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really should heal up or whatever, but I guess that's something else. But oh well. Anyway. Oh man. Dang it. I'm gonna have to heal it this time. Right after this. I'm not quite sure how this is some nice music. Die already. Just die. Oh, you bastard. No. No. Just die. There we go. That's too much. No, that's not what I want. That's not it either. Okay. I like how you could revive yourself. That's great. That's wonderful and amazing. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm pretty high up. I think I'm high up on levels. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, what I am trying to accomplish here is I'm trying to sorry, I just ate some pizza and a banana, and apparently that's not a good mix. I did not know that. Anyway, I figure, considering everything and whatnot, that it is going to be the New Year's, and I am nowhere near close to beating this game or a lot of games that I've had and said that I would beat. And while I was currently, let's see here, while I was currently on jury duty, yeah, I get that. Oh no. While I was on jury duty, I decided go back into Golden Sun, because Golden Sun was a game that I played a while ago, like a long time ago, and then at some point it kind of dropped off on me because I was doing something else and I don't know what it was. Honestly, I have no idea, and I decided to just go whatever. And eventually, when I was like, oh, like, you know, now I feel like playing Golden Sun. I had no idea what I was doing, like no idea. I was like, what am I doing right now? Why did I do that? I do have to say, going back into this particular game, I am very surprised, very surprised that how fast the battles are and everything, and I forgot all about how fast the battles are. They just are extremely fast when you get down to it, and I just love that so much, and I'm so happy for it, because it's like, let's go ahead and do that. As I recall from Golden Sun, there's a lot of like, you set your dungeon, and like that's pretty much like how your party gains things or whatever. And it's just like really cool, because like you can do summons based on the dungeon you have and all this and that, and it's just like woo, yeah. Attack with briars. I don't really want to do that, so let's just go attack it, and you shall heal. Anyway, because like I noticed too is the fact that like the first time I did this the friendly game year challenge, it was as a tradition that I had while going to Destructoid. And while I really wanted to post on Destructoid today, it just, my blog was not having it, so I was just not able to do that. So they'll see this later, I guess? I don't really know. I would hope so. This is kind of my way to be like, yeah, this is what I did, I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand that. Doesn't help me, game. That doesn't help me. Like going to die, game. Oh, gets hurt. How is there's nothing right there? Just walking around steps. I get that your clothes are drenched. Another thing about this game too is that I forgot how much I love the PP system in this. It's so wonderful. So the mwah, mwah, is just beautiful, and I'm kind of just getting back after all this time playing a bunch of different RPGs and everything. You start to remember why you like certain other games and like why I was able to like this game so much. And after like playing like Final Fantasy VII and various other junk like that, by and large, I like this game so much more. And I'm sorry if you're like not really able to hear me very well, because I have to kind of use like a crap mic, and my computer does not get the sound footage, which is very unfortunate because the sound is great in this game. It's very popping and everything. On top of that, like you'll be able to hear like other things, and I have to like kind of like talk a little louder. So I'm kind of a ooh, there's a dungeon right there. That's cool. I got it. I found a dungeon. Oh, cool. I just get to join. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I'm sorry. I get that. Anyway. Oh, thank God. So as I was kind of saying before, quote unquote, is I got reacquainted with this game because I had jury duty today. So I suppose like it wasn't all that bad because while I had to serve jury duty today, which is incredibly asinine to me, it did give me the time to be like, hey, let's go ahead and just figure out what I had to do so I could actually play this game. And there we go. There we have it. I understand. Stop. Where am I supposed to go? So pretty much I left off at this point where I'm just trying to search for something using reveal. And I used to be stuck at a part where right after where you get the lift thing. Oh, come on now. Thank you, but come on now. Ow. You bastard. No. Oh. I guess it always is. I kind of just like, just attacking, just like, yeah. I just love how fast it is when you do it, because it's just, ooh. Like, rarely do RPGs really get that sense of just tapping it right away, just tap. But it goes on to my point that, I really like this RPG. In all honesty, when I'm playing it right now, why do I never learn that? I'm like, oh, there's gonna be one right there because I defeated it, but no, there never is. Let's run away. I get that you're thirsty. Quiet. Do not make me pull this magic thing around. It's right there too. You piece of pizza. Arg. I am so not equipped for this. Flee. So I figured the best way to like do everything, the fact that like I haven't been putting my reviews up, the fact that I haven't beaten this game, the fact that I haven't pretty much done anything that I said that I'd be doing throughout this whole course of year, which honestly this has been a really good year for me. a lot of things improved for me. I got a better job, quote unquote. I have a better relationship with some of my friends. I got out of certain relationships with friends that just were not really all that exciting or beneficial to me. And I overall I think it's been a fair trade-off. I do have to say that that continuing on this to 2015, I don't think 2015 is gonna be looking too hot. Oh, come on, I was right there. Like, where is it? Oh, there's another little part right here. Okay, I get that. There you go. This game though sometimes are. Get it? I get it. Stop talking. Rar. I get it. Stop talking. There we go. But the way I figure I could just go ahead and what the heck? Just talk about the games that I've played throughout the year that have been a part of this challenge and whatnot. That I've really just been pressing on and on. Like, I haven't been flaking on that duty. I just haven't been putting it up, and that's the problem. That I don't put it up. Oh, come on now. As soon as I can stop doing reveal over and over again. There we go. Am I still? No, I kind of. Wait. Oh, I think I could now. Rawr. Oh, this desert's much hotter than I ever imagined. It doesn't seem as bad. I wonder if there's agents. Because I know I've been missing a lot of dungeons. Anyway, one of the first games that I've ever actually played for this challenge was Professor Layton and The Last Spectre. And playing that game, The Last Spectre, I am not a fan. Going into it just made me feel like I made a very bad decision in trying to visit the Layton series again. Because I left the Layton series on a very good note with Unwound Future and Diabolical Box pretty much being my favorite out of them. And The Last Spectre was just, it wasn't good. Like, nothing was good. There was no, real tension to it. There was no real pace to it. There's, the puzzles were just, do the puzzle. It was exactly like the first game in the series itself, where it was do this puzzle. I don't know how to do things. Puzzle. And I hate that. I don't like it when games just kind of are lazy about it. I kind of get why Layton is like that, but at the same time, no, please don't do it that way. I don't like that kind of thing where you're just oh, puzzle, blah, blah. Okay. It's kind of weird how once I hit the sand... Ooh, there's a demon dinghy. I can't go there quite yet because I am going to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. I guess I have to go there. Rawr. Anyway, as for The Last Spectre. Oh, barely talked to it without getting hurt. The heck is this? Oh! That did not end well for me. And I had to use pretty much all my PP just to get everyone back in form. Because there's no oases and doesn't do things. Ugh. But, come on now. There we go. Ooh, Manticore. Manticore. From that one Starbomb album. Oh, wasn't that? I think Starbomb started this year too, so that's kind of cool. Kind of lined up. Anyway, let me get done with Layton here. Like, yeah, honestly, everything was just simple. The only thing that I actually liked out of the last Spectre that gave it kind of a saving grace was the fact that it had Emmy in it, and Emmy was really cool. I really liked Emmy. She was great. Let's see here. HP with a smooth mist. I don't need that right now. That's not what I need. Let's go and do that. Yeah, I'll go and use Corona. So that was the last Spectre for me. Not a big fan. I don't think that it's worth playing. If you're fine with skipping parts of games and things like that, I would suggest skipping it. It's not worth it. It really makes you feel like you shouldn't play. Like you shouldn't play Layton, and I don't suggest anyone to play it. Just not fun. Nothing. Is that with everybody? It restores HP. I don't need that right now. What's this one? Drencher Foe. Yeah, that's fine. Here's all the little cool scene and events. Oh my goodness, this is just bringing me, like, I understand now. Having played all the games that I've played, and then going back to Golden Sun, wow, there's so many tropes that just come back. I see the love now. I'm actually feeling it. Yeah, this is really just kind of cool. Oh no, not Poison Tail. Ah, why does he got 2 attacks? And I don't like it when things get 2 attacks. And then I'll have their power. Attack with Mighty Gus. I like how the ninjas are just kind of like really overpowered. Like, they kind of need to be, you know? Yeah, I can't use it yet, I can't set it yet. I don't need the HP just yet. So that means I have to go to him. You know, we can't really summon anything, so let's do protect. I was at the dungeon for this, attack. Dungeon for this, just to get something up. And we'll go and do this. Although I probably should have just done on night just in case it doesn't kill everybody. But woo! Oh yeah. Okay, so it only heals that one person. What happened? Oh no. Knight, why'd you go away? No, what are you doing? No. Oh no. Let's go ahead and do that. Revive. Ooh, forgot about the draw the spirit of death to a foe. What the hell? Why does he have so many different attacks now? Because the dungeons the way they are? Yeah, I can't heal now. Oh man. Oh, I forgot how the Golden Sun system worked. Why did I do this? Oh man. Restore. No, that's not what I need to do. Let's go ahead and heal the boss there. What? Oh, what are you doing? Oh no. Ah, quit attacking me. Hey, he's got like all heat all the time. Boost party attack, let's go and do that. Can I do my... Yeah, see, like now I can do other things now, which is just kind of wow. Because I could do them and I'm very confused. I don't understand you. Go back to your country. Oh, freaking Neptune. I like Neptune. Oh, no, I like the total. I like the total. But I think Cure will... Can I get everybody? Just kind of... No? Alright, fine. I really need to just get good and learn how I did things. Because I don't remember. This is very bad. This is bad. Let's do the God of Northwind. Yeah, boost that attack. Let's see here. Oh, cool. I haven't seen this guy. Is he like blowing a snow cone at him? So weird. Yeah. Impair. What are you doing here? Actually, I could just attack with him. You, on the other hand, I need to get you to freaking have your other one. Maybe I have an item that will revise down players. I don't like the fact that it just says revive down players. I feel like I only get one of those, and I want that. I really hate when there's just like a one item thing and you're not sure whether or not it actually is. Like you buy them forever or not. Let's go for Heavily Huntress. I think that'd be pretty cool. Ruse, Sleep, Delusion. Dispel, yeah, let's go and do that. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I've already seen her before. Jeez Louise. Oh man, I played a lot of games. Because, like, again, I pretty much write down everything. It's just I need to edit things, and I need to, like, I go through this whole entire process that just takes forever, and I just don't want to continue to do it. It feels very hard. Which, like, really should just be like, just deal with it. And honestly, I should just deal with it. I should learn to just learn. Okay. I don't need my water power back up. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Knight's back. That's good. Ooh, I'm glad I planned this out. It feels like I actually planned it. I hate how they're able to just randomly attack your revived partners, and it's like, you did not have that option. If I'm not allowed to attack your people that are like just died, then you shouldn't attack my people that just died. That's very annoying. Wow, there were so many things. No wonder why I didn't get anything done. Jeez Louise. Because, like, it's pretty much the last vector, and then, like, I didn't do everything for till how long? How long did I didn't do? From March. Like, I kept doing other things. Rawr. Yeah. Wow. No, I need healing. I need to heal up. Attack with a mass explosion. This one, do I have anything? Oh. Boost party resistance. Revive bar and attack with things. I'm kind of very afraid to. Oh, I see. The little things raise up and whatnot as soon as you use it or whatever. I need to remember because those are very important. I'm just kind of like, whatever. And I really shouldn't. That's gonna hurt me later on. There we go. We'll just amp it up. This monster won't die. Oh man. No. Okay, thank goodness. Whew. My heart, it's getting there. Jesus, take the wheel. Gosh dangly darn. I probably don't want to use that right now. Ooh. Let's go ahead and summon her. Because I like her. We just revive, so it's not really helping. They're both gone there. Let's make sure Lost is good. Jeez Louise, I'm going on month 4. Oh, there we go. Finally got something for you people. Yeah! Fill the Manticore, and just in time too. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Nope. Right here. There you go. This is honestly how I did not expect to celebrate my New Year's, because, like, I had other plans completely, and that just kind of didn't happen, so, oh well. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Anywho, the next game that I up and bat was in May. My goodness, it took that long. May. This is pretty much after I got done with because I pretty much what happened was that I was hired at Toys R Us during 2013, and then oh yay, I'm over here. I know I do it now. Yay! Yeah. No idea what I'm doing. I'll just keep pressing the A button. Anyway, so pretty much working at Toys R Us, I'm having a jolly old time, because it's like, oh yeah, finally I have a job now. About freaking time. And I get hired, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm full time, but you know, I'll eventually just go back to the other store, because the store is temporary. And then they pretty much state to me, oh hey, this is a temporary store, and so you're gonna have to find something else as soon as the store closes. And I was like, wait, what? And what I didn't realize was that the store was temporary, but I got hired there permanently. So while I was hired to the store permanently, I unfortunately was not a permanent employee, because the store wasn't permanent. So I was kind of SOL at that point. That kind of sucked. So did a little moping around, pretty much just tried to do my own thing. But eventually I got a job at good old Walgreens, and that's how I've been doing things. Been ever since around May, yeah, because that's when I started playing Ni no Kuni, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is fun. And then I recall being late a few times, or like by like a minute or so, just playing Ni no Kuni. I was like, oh man, this is a fun game. This is super fun. I was so happy with it, and it is a nice little mix of like Dragon Quest and Pokemans. Let's see. Yeah, it really was. I mean, I personally don't like Studio Ghibli. I never found their brand of storytelling to be particularly great, because their visuals are nice and everything, but it never feels to me like it's quite good storytelling. I want to say, I know I'm getting that wrong, and frankly, if you want to call me dumb or stupid or whatever, that's fine. I do realize this is more of a niche thing for me, that it's my problem. I don't like it, but honestly, like, there's a nice little like a familiarity with it that I kind of liked, and that was just it kind of was this sort of like mix between Pokemon, where you just would capture monsters, befriend them, and like do battle with them, but at the same time it has this Dragon-esque feel to it because the way that the game looked itself. The game actually looked like Dragon Quest, and it was like had this odd sense of I feel like I'm supposed to do something else other than just go around and beat up things, but we'll figure that out in a bit. What is this? Kala tunnel entrance. Do you want? Yeah, sure. I'd like to let you go, but I cannot. You better just turn around. Okay. Just turn around? Fine. Anyway. Ni no Kune. Well, honestly, it's just the only problem that I've really had with Ni no Kuni was the battle system itself, and not with the battle system itself, but with the way that the computer handles the battle system. It's just very, very stupid, and it wastes so much MP that it just gets to the point of just like, please don't. Type of dealie. The rest of the north was destroyed by lava. Thankfully, it has been rebuilt since then. Okay. Lost examined the grave, but didn't find anything. Yeah, this really has a nice Dragon-esque feel to it, because Dragon Quest has the same little thing. In fact, I think this game I played before Dragon Quest, and now that I've like played all these other Dragon Quests, I finally got back to it. Wow. Wow, I played this game when I was young. Okay. I'm sorry, I keep getting caught off track, but this is kind of my first time playing through it, so people say Lord Hammett went north from the vault after Mount Alp erupted. No one knows what happened to him or his cavern after that. I know that. I can't put the rumors about Lord Hammett being captured by thieves out of my head, but the Lord's wife, Laiana, speaks a little of it. Okay. Well, I guess that's something. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of explosions and everything. We's all gonna die. The most important skill for a merchant is the ability to discern quality. Anyone who could do that can be a successful merchant these days. Okay, I guess that makes sense. My son received his Nacro business from Lord Hammett. Yeah, whatever. I get it. He's the greatest. He's the bee's knees. I heard a rumor that there's a trouble in Lamaka Desert. The guests at the inn are tourists on their way to see Colosso. Blah 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 blah. Zine Halaz, this is a perfect place for business. Lady Laiana shared in Lord Hammett's hardships when he built Kala. Her love for this town is why we flourish. Okay, geez, I get it. Oh, it's true, I should get things. Reduce monster encounters. I don't really need that. I should probably get a few more nuts. Oh, I forgot this had this, where it's just... Or has this little system where you just like, oh, you can't carry them out. I kind of hate that. It's very annoying to me. Then again, a lot of things are very annoying to me, so... Ooh. So it looks like it's upgrade time. Anyway. So it's just... Like, the AI is very stupid and, like... Oh my goodness. I have here on my notes, because I have little notes right here, so I can remind myself of all these things. The game does so much alchemizing. Like, you cannot go through Ni no Kuni without alchemizing at least one thing. In both literal sense and both, it's not possible for you to go through the game without alchemizing. There's at some point you're going to need to alchemize because you don't have enough money to buy things that you need to buy. They cost too much for MP, and MP is the main source of the problem with a lot of Ni no Kune. It's just there's so little of it to use during battle, and there's so much to waste, and it sucks so much, and I hate it so much because it's one little part of a whole thing. Yeah, they don't look. Well, maybe I'm going to get these for these peoples. You get this free game ticket for making a purchase. What do you mean Raven can't carry more? Alright, but yeah, it's just really annoying that that happens. And on top of that, there's also this cast interruption thing that happens whenever you get hit and you're casting a spell. You will waste your MP along with the spell not going off. And it's just a whole lot of shit. Just straight up, I'm mad that this happened to me. Because if you don't get your spell off, then like, why not just, you know, make sure I don't cast the MP thing? Because it works the same for the enemy. The enemy MP has, they have way too much MP to the point where if you disrupt their spell, it does not matter whatsoever. And it's just, MP is such a big problem in that game. And I just realized that now, that it's just the biggest upset of the whole entire thing. If they didn't have MP, and they had like a little cooldown period or wait down period, I think that would have made the game so much better. Now that I think about it, because they had cooldown periods, and that worked perfectly. It worked kind of like a turn-based thing, but you know, like you still had to do things and whatnot. Let's get a shield. I honestly had no idea how far I am in this game. I think I'm at the halfway point. Yeah, I think these are the ones that are... So they could quit the bracelet. Yeah, honestly, it's just... Oh, yeah, a lot of the studio, the Ghibli art is at the very beginning of Ni no Kune, and that's kind of a little troublesome because I feel like that's false advertisement. I personally don't have a problem with it, but it's like you kind of promised a game where it has a bunch of Ni no Kune art, and in the end, a lot of the game is just CGI, and very little of it is Ni no Kune, like the Studio Ghibli stuff, and like they advertise it so much, like, oh, Studio Ghibli like help work on this, and that's like yeah, I want to do that. I want to like watch a Studio Ghibli film. I want to play Studio Ghibli film, and for the most part, you're not really doing it. I mean, yeah, that's probably, you know, like the cel-shaded base things and whatnot, but it's not there completely, so it feels very false to me the way that they did that. Oh dear lord, yeah. The game has tons of side quests, and by tons I mean the side quests are so asinine. Please, oh my god, get mad at this. Oh yeah, let's get them better, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yes. And the silver. Oh wow, it goes down. Oh, that's good. Oh, I gotta sell things. No, sell things. Artifacts. Oh, okay. Repair. And you can repair things too. I'd rather just sell. Have that equipped. lulls enemies to sleep. That's obviously, like, I honestly hate status-inducing items for RPGs because it's never really gonna work, because it doesn't work on bosses, and it rarely works on enemies for some stupid reason. Like, they only have like a few turns and then they get healed again, and at that point you just, why not just get something else? Trust any site. Yeah, get rid of that. Keep that. Oh wow, I got like 9 of those. Got side crystals too. I feel like that is like, we can't buy that. We can't buy that. Causes damage with flames. Boosts luck. Oh, I think this is a little thing that permanently boosts luck. Stores all HP. Oh, I could probably give him the game ticket. Oh, wait. Need to be out of that. Bestows dows when equipped. Causes damage with thorns. Okay. I don't think I need this. What the hell does this special metal do? Let's go ahead and do this up and proper. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Actually, I probably should give it to Lost instead, but there's also this thing. Give to Raven, yes. And for the tickets, rar. Give to Lost, all of them. Rar. That way it's just all right there. One hand basket. Actually, Water Life should be revised down characters. I kind of want them all to have one, for the sake of that I might get screwed over. I might screw myself over. No, I want to sell. Sell? Yes, I want to sell that. What's the other thing? The bronze shield? I want to sell that too. Yes, thank you very much. So, let's get better things for him. Maybe I should have just kept that psi energy on him. That might bite me in the arse a little bit later, but oh well. Dang it, I did not want to give my game ticket there. What, he get more for that? Okay. What the heck do these things do anyway? Like, I recall them being important, but not that important. Alright, so let's go ahead and say that so we don't have to do it again. So I don't have to do that again. So let's pretty much do a little count out to Ni no Kuni, because I know I've been very scattered about it. Pretty much main complaints, MP is too scarce. There's too many things that screw it over to make it a viable option to use all the time. So pretty much, you're just gonna be want to be attacking, or being stock up on items. So pretty much it makes it to the point where money is super important, and there's nowhere to be found. It pretty much affects the whole entire game's friendly economic system. It's like really weird, but it really halts progress for a lot of things sometimes. Side quests are pretty much just like get me this, and like, okay lady, I'll go in and get this to you, and then that's it. It's just acquiring items again. It's just more and more like feeding to, like, this is what you have to do. You have to defeat this amount of enemies to get this item. This item nets you this many points, or this many that much money or whatever. And then just like, aside from all that, like, the combat's great. The combat's like the coolest mix between Pokemon and a JRPG, pretty much like Dragon Quest, where it's just take turns, hit each other, but like you move around and stuff like that, and like actually feels very, very fluid. And like the aesthetics of this game are just amazing. And for when Studio was pretty much there, which is like the first beginning, which is pretty much the only part when they're there, first beginning, and then like you get like 1 or 2 cutscenes every now and again, pretty much for like every 5 hours, I think. That's what it is. And like the story overall is great, but the characters are just, they're kind of ass. Like Esther, like you get like one little thing of Esther, and that's it. She is never mentioned again. She is a side character. Who cares about her? Blah blah blah. Other character you get, Sean or whatever his name is, he gets a little development, but he's honestly not likable. Like, they make him into this kind of like curmudgeon, and he's not likable at all. So it really kind of like downplays everything that I like. Like, even Oliver I don't like until the very end. Near the very end, I mean, like, literally the very end is where I actually start to like him, where he's like, oh, you know, like, I'm gonna stop whining, stop being a little bitch about things. And it's very sad, because like, it's still a good game. It's just, there are a lot of problems with it that are easy fix, and it's all with the item system, and it's all just annoying. Let's see here. Because I didn't like Telby. You want to know why? Yes. Because Bevy, the ruler of Toby, frightens me. He has ruled Toby for more than 100 years, they say. Okay. I'm shocked to hear the righteous thieves of Lumba have gone bad. They say Lumba's grandson is responsible for it. This kind thief, blah blah blah. Doesn't steal things, blah blah blah. There's the end. Let's go here. Yep, there we go. There's a cutscene. We got it. This is Lord Helmet's palace. The Lord is away. Please, be gone. We'll be happily welcome visitors once Lord Helmet has returned. Leave this to me. It is I. Please permit me to see Lady Lyanna. Don't you recognize me? I am Knight, servant to Lord Hammett. Knight? I don't recognize you. You're Sultan, but it really is you, Knight. Oh, it's Knight. You've grown so much in such a short time, Knight. Have I really changed that much? Yeah. Really? I'm surprised. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It doesn't matter. What's important is that the thieves freed you. Please tell us. Will Lord Hammett be freed soon too? Freed? Lord Hammett is a prisoner? You haven't heard? I could see we'll need to fill you in on everything. This is a private matter. Will your friends please leave? Now, my companions and I have overcome many hardships together. Very well done. Why were you not with Lord Hammett? I remained in vault to look for a stolen rod. Stolen? Someone stole his rod? Yes, the shaman's rod, but I was able to recover it. Then Lord Hammett must still be imprisoned in Luma. I must report to this to Lady Lyanna. Right, come see Lady Lyanna with me. You can explain it all to her. Boss, you saw Lord Hammett heading north, didn't you? No. No, I mean the day Lord Hammett went toward Lumpa. Lady Lyanna would surely be glad to hear your tale. Please come with me and tell her the full story. Oh, I see. It's trickery. And then things happen and stuff. Oh my goodness. Is that what really happened? Yes, it was. And then a giant rock monster. Yes, it's all true. Well, I heard that you were back, Knight. I had dared hope that Lord Hammett had returned with you. We thought Lord Hammett had been released from Lumpa too. We sent the ransom money they demanded, so he should return soon, right? What's been happening in Lumpa these days? The leadership in Lumpa passed from its founder, Lumpa, the noble thief, to his son, Dompa, and then to Lumpa's grandson. Dompa is a very evil man. His father, Dompa, is heartbroken at the state of Lumpa right now. When did you send the ransom money? Let's see. First, the volcano erupted, and the ransom note came right after the eruption. We rushed the money to them right away. I remember it well. It's been quite a while since the eruption. Is it possible they had no intention of letting him go? No, of course not. Why would they fly to us? What would they have to gain? What would they have to gain? I don't want to believe it either, but something seems wrong about this. Are you saying Dondopa won't release Hammett? I agree with Knight. If they were going to release him, they had done it by now. I am sorry, Lady Lyanna, but I think Knight might be right. What should we do? How can we rescue Hammett? What if something was to happen to him? Let us handle this. My lady, this is exactly what the soldiers of Kala are here for. Yes, Lady Lyanna, please let us handle this. Command us to attack and we shall. I cannot do that, not without thinking it over carefully. How can we guarantee Hammett's safety if we send soldiers to attack? I cannot do it. I cannot put Hammett's life at risk. Can't we do something to help? No, there's no possible way that we can help. What? Look, we both know Hammett's life is in danger. What are you two talking about? Raven thinks that we can help. Frowny face. It's too dangerous. If you fail, your lives will be in danger too. Besides, don't you have your own quest to pursue? Not really, nah. I do not believe that. Knight would have not stayed with you for so long if you did not have an important task ahead. Then what will happen to Lord Hammett? Hammett is a good hostage for them. They will not kill him. We shall wait for another message from Lumpa. Lady Lyanna, I cannot leave this like this. It will be fine, Knight. Hammett would not want to distract you from. I apologize. I have said more than I should. It sounds like Hammett knows about our mission, doesn't it? I suppose I could keep it a secret no longer. Very well, I shall tell you. He swore an oath to a Jupiter adept. Have you heard of the village called Vala? Yeah, of course I have. Everyone has. You're from Vala, really? Then the prophecy was true. What prophecy? These years after the terrible storm that struck only Mount Alvith, Knight must depart on a journey with warriors from Vala. So it was foretold. I heard nothing of any such prophecy. It happened several years before Hammett founded Kala. He was off traveling. Hammett felt he had reached an impasse as a merchant then. He risked his life on a journey to find a new source of business. He was in mortal danger from the southwestern edge of the world. And when some adepts appeared and saved his life, he had lost consciousness. When he awoke, he found himself in their village. Just a moment. Am I from that village? Yes. The adept gave him the shaman's rod, and you along with some doubloons. Doubloons. Were they golden doubloons? Yes. Let's see. You are called Iantina, Lady Lyanna. There's a lot of gold, Tina, but he also received some business advice. Business advice? Hammett, the greatest merchant ever known? Yes, Raven. Hammett has the advice to thank for his success. Well, I never heard anything like that. He was advised to buy silk in Sion and sell it in Telbin. To see anything sell so well, it's like a dream come true. There's no denying that was when Hammett picked up his knack for business. Did he have a promise? Promise them anything in return? Ah, yes, Knight. It was something you will need on your journey. Something we need on our journey? The adept asked Hammett to use the shaman's rod to attain it. He looked for this object wherever he went, and he could never find it. Then 3 years ago, a storm struck, one that hit only Mount Alpha. Hammett was worried that time was running out, but he had managed to unearth a clue just in time. That night is why he took you within the cavern on this last journey north. I had no idea, so that must be why you left the rod in my care. But then, no, Knight, you mustn't blame yourself. It was my carelessness that caused the rod to be stolen, and ultimately, that's why Lord Hammett is being held in Lumpa. You must continue your journey and complete your quest. You can't blame yourself. But what will happen to Hammett? I will handle this. And don't forget the soldiers of Kalia. Continue on your journey and do not worry about Hammett. I am sorry I cannot tell you more about the shaman's rod. No, don't apologize. The shaman's rod will help us find the thing we need for our quest, right? Will you look for it? No. What's wrong with you, Lost? Did you forget why we're here? If we need it for our quest, we'll have it find it sooner or later. Very well. Take care of yourselves. Return to your posts, everyone. Woo, 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 woo. So I'm supposed to go to Lumpa or whatever? Alright. I guess that's a thing. Art. Didn't find anything. Art. Didn't find anything. Didn't find anything. Didn't find anything. The struggle is real. Real struggle. That guy looks so weird. Lyanna is putting up a strong front whenever people are around. So hard to see her like this. Eh. Merchants are supposed to be protected under the laws of Energar. Must truly be evil to break such a law. Yes, because you have to be evil in order to break a law. These are facts. This is proven over time. No. You're right, I never should have said that. I feel terrible now. You better have. Ooh, water jacket. Made from water. Now I'll have some refreshments. The townsfolk don't know about Lord Hammett yet, do they? Probably not. Lord Hammett will be released soon, right? Nope. It won't hurt you to lie a little, you know? Jeez. Tell the truth and everyone's on your back. I feel like this is gonna be something later on. I feel like it will. Alright. So as mentioned before, I need to go get things. There we go. 50 bones, 60 bones. That's so much money. Ugh. Okay. Hi. I'm sorry, I had to take a drink of water because now in particular. Oh, hold on. So this is where I'm supposed to go. Let's make sure I can go. Yes. Dang it. Rawr. Alright, so anyway. As I have been mentioning before, I am going through these things. And the very next thing that I see is the Mass Effect. And Mass Effect was a series that consumed my life for quite some time. It was quite fascinating what happened with it. And it just... like, all the characters in Mass Effect, all the story in Mass Effect, all the choices you made in Mass Effect, it's so overwhelming, and yet at the same time, it's so satisfying. It feels like it has impact. It feels like it's real enough, and it has all this lore to it that's explained in the codex and whatnot. Like, things have been thought out, and I really, really, really like that. And I know that's a lot to bring to the table for a first game, and I'll admit that it was quite ambitious. Gameplay took a big hit because of how much lore there was for this game, how much time and effort they obviously put in all these things for all these races and backstory to said races. It's just ridiculous how much information and stuff they put in, and it's so wonderful to see such a thing. I suppose I should go about. Yeah, I think this is the thing that it was. Okay, I get it. Anyway. But, like the combat in Mass Effect not, it's the hardest thing to describe because it's like so simple and yet so complex at the same time. Like, it's a simple complexity that, like, doesn't really work with it. And it's just, it's just, there's so many weapons in Mass Effect that it's just, like, why bother? Why bother trying to upgrade anything else? Why bother trying to do all these things? And it really sucks because they obviously have more to it. Oh, cutscene. Incredible. So this is the ocean that Crichton was talking about. No. The cargo is surrounded by land, so technically it's not a real ocean. A true ocean is totally open. What? But this looks just the way Crichton described it. Someday I want to see a real ocean lost. Yeah, well, too bad. The Kalai docks. What are you doing? We reached. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, well, aren't you happy? I don't want to board just yet because I'm not sure if that's where I'm supposed to go. And that's strange. Isn't there a replacement ship here yet? Yeah. We can't take Silk Road, so everyone's in a pickle. It's too expensive to get a ticket on the ship. Ah! A Digin! I want it! Give it to me! Oh, this is such bull. You can't take Silk Road much further than this. Everyone who goes up, gives up and comes back. Are you going to take the ship? Yes? Yes, you can. Oh my goodness. That's kind of sad. The ship will be open until the tourists arrive. Feel free to look around. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here yet because there was mention of a loom pad or whatever. So I'm gonna explore a little bit longer. Make sure that I have all my bases covered. God, I think I'm supposed to go here. So spoopy. Huh. Rar. Rar. Alright, maybe next time. Where to go? Oh wow, this is far. Ah! Anyway. Mass Effect though. Mass Effect is just this really big game that just... It's so surprising the way Mass Effect is that it's just... I'm really impressed by it, but at the same time there's a lot of things that just like... Whenever you go in an elevator, that's the loading time, and you go in so many elevators, it's ridiculous, because elevators seem to be the only mode of transportation in the future, which doesn't make any sense at all. And it's just like, why? Why are elevators and only elevators the main way of going about things? And while there's a lot of exploration in Mass Effect, there's a lot of exploration of nothing. It's like, it's all nothing. Like, pretty much all Mass Effect's, like, areas to explore are deserts. Full-on deserts and very high mountains to, like, climb up and everything, and that's really it. That's all I have for you, and it's ridiculous how often that happens. You go to a planet, boom, desert, mountain you gotta climb. And it's just, like, seriously. But for what it is, like entirely and utterly, Mass Effect is really a great game, and I really love it for all its characters that it starts off with, and it really made me want to jump onto Mass Effect 2, and I had such a high playing it, because it's just like, I am this person, this person is me, I live in this galaxy where it has all these like really cool aliens with all this little cool lore, and it really sets up for future games, and that's what I love about Mass Effect. It's just, it continues on to do that. It's just that, like, when you play the other games, you realize how bad Mass Effect was. Like, all the combat simplistic, everything is just so tedious with it, and like, you have to do so many playthroughs just to like get any of the trophies or get the majority of things back, just to get it, and it's not worth your time. It's not. But then we got Mass Effect 2, which is like, it's a little jarring at first with Mass Effect 2, because it pretty much starts off as a sort of let's go ahead and just ride the boat. What's the worst that could happen? Let's first save first, because there may be worse things that happen. Ah. Oh my god. Yay! Boat ticket. Arr. There are a lot of passengers. I wonder if we'll be able to set sail. Really, it makes me wonder. But we can't send the ship out without hiring some warriors. I wonder if there are any other reliable warriors around. It's too late to hire mercenaries now. There's no time. Yo, yo, yo. It's like setting out to die. Aw. Nothing in the barrel. Very little things. Where to go? What to do? Dang it, I really wish I knew. Dang it. There we go. Oh, this is a nice little sprite work right here. That's really nothing though. Dang it, and now I don't know where to go. Very perplexed. I mean, I thought I knew, but no, apparently I don't. Rawr. There there we go. Oh, well, that's a pretty big little place right here. How far have I gone through? Wow. Ah! Anyway, as for Mass Effect 2, it's very much, like, jarring at first because it starts off pretty much, how to say, so everyone can start it off. Because Mass Effect 2 was the first game to go multi-platform for the Mass Effect series. And I guess they really felt that they needed to make sure everyone was able to just go right in. Which kind of sucks if you ask me, because I really think Mass Effect is more enjoyable when you play it like in order, like 1, 2, and 3. I am sorry that it's kind of like I'm over here now. I'm consistently fluctuating and whatnot. Oh, it is midnight tonight. It is officially the new year. Hello, hello. Howdy, hey, howdy, ho. Hey, hey, heys. So, that's about me talking about Mass Effect, play Gold Sun. Just trying to beat this dang game. I got work tomorrow. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. Anyway. Change settings. What can I change the settings? Speech on. Auto sleep. Fast. Let's go ahead and just kind of like lower the volume a bit. I really hope you guys can still hear like the music and everything, but just kind of want to just straight up just put my feelings for Mass Effect itself. Mass Effect 2 is pretty much a step up from Mass Effect in every way possible, and honestly, I feel Mass Effect 2 is probably the strongest game in the series, like entirely. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it for me. I really feel like Mass Effect 2 stepped everything up. All your decisions like really matter in Mass Effect 2 in comparison to 1 or 3. Like, everything feels like I'm in control of it, and like all the characters get some sort of like more to it. Like, they have more how to say feel, because there's another layer on top of the layer that you already know of each character that you either get or you later on see, and that's just really cool. So, and on top of that, a lot of things were simplified to the point where it really made it so combat was both fun and like, I didn't have to go through all these little loopholes just to figure out what weapons I wanted to use and everything. It's just, because like that was the worst in Mass Effect 1, is just figuring out everything. It's just like, I don't care. There's Vault, so where's the Loonpa? I can probably figure out right here. Yeah, Loompa's right here. Okay, so I did have to go up. I'm just being very dumb. Anyway, Mass Effect 2. Let's concentrate on Mass Effect 2 here. Just honestly, just everything in the story, just like all the way, like the way that it's a ragtag group of people going around and be like, we got to defeat this right at this time, and like we only have this much to live, and like all of the characters can possibly die, and there's new characters too that are like there, and a lot of it is just wunderbar, very, very great. Oh, there we go. So it's just, that's what I think makes Mass Effect, oh, there's more, okay. And this is a big village. Oh my goodness, this is a big village. There we go. Oh my goodness, still more. Please. Please, village, stop. Village, village, what are you doing? Come, what the? Oh my goodness. It's so big. Oh. No, that's where sages are. Come on. Oh my goodness. Finally, immediately, you punk. Or, dang it, I just pretty much... Yeah, now I have to go back to my... Oh, there's still more! Why is there so much? Oh my goodness! This village is too big. It's too big. Oh my goodness gracious almighty. Please, village, please. Oh, there we go. So we can lift this up. Not reveal. There we go, lift. Right. Am I in the correct spot? I think so. Let's see here. I don't feel like I've ever been here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I did die in one hit, so I'm in the right spot. So, Mass Effect 2 is clearly the best one. Pretty much what I wanted to say. Which is very stupid considering that that's fairly... I hate that I want to like say so many things. And at the same time I don't. Mass Effect 3 is a... Honestly, for Mass Effect 3 it's just kind of like... I know it ends badly. Like the ending's still terrible. And there's like so many things they could have done differently with the ending that would have just made it better. But when it all comes down to it, like all the little DLCs that it has and all these little things here and there, it was a nice little hurrah to it. And I like really like Javik as like the newcomer, because I really hate I think his name was Vega, honestly? Was his name Vega or was it James? It was James Vega, I think it was. I didn't like him because he was like a kind of a half-ass attempt for like having some diversity. At the same time, he was like exposition fodder. He wasn't interesting at all. And it's just like, please don't try to bring a new character that just sucks. Bring someone that's good or get good, you know? And like there's so many other characters in Mass Effect that are just wonderful, and I think James is like the lowest point in Mass Effect 3. And I'll fight you. I'll fight you over that, because I really think he is. I don't think he's interesting at all or anything of the sort. He is just worthless. Oh, give me the dungeons. Give me the dungeons. Give me that dungeon. Okay. What can I do here? There's another one. Alright, that's good. What else was I gonna say? And the fact, so many things get resolved in Mass Effect 3 that are, like, actually wonderful. Like, honestly, the whole entire beef with, come on, let's think here. With Tally's people and the Gith, that ended so well. I loved it so much. Just the way that it ended for me, where I actually saved both of them. I was able to save both, and I was so happy for that, because it's such a good ending, because you pretty much just yell at them, like, stop it, and they're like, okay, I'm sorry. It's great. But when you look further on ahead, with the other Mass Effects are there we go. I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention, and at the same time, because I'm trying to get coherent thoughts in my head, and I'm trying to like do these puzzles, and they're not always the best. I really should have planned this better. I do apologize for such a half-ass attempt of doing both. But Mass Effect, straight up, is it's such a great series. I really do love it. I'm very hyped for Mass Effect 4. But Mass Effect 3, the only problem I really see of it is that it had all these cinematic things to it that justify the fact that they shouldn't have half-assed the ending, and they did. You could tell they did. Everyone could tell that they did. Even them patching it up the way they did made to the point where it's just like, no, I'm sorry, but no, you're not allowed to do that. And it's true. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's very asinine. Okay. Ah! Automatically get attacked. Why don't I? So that's really what I really liked about Mass Effect, and that was one of the series that I am very thankful that I played. I finally played it, and just I fell so in love with it. And that just really makes me happy because I did this little challenge thing. Even if I didn't do it correctly. And I didn't, like, have all these things. Another one I have here, Resistance Fall of Man. My friend Travis, he wanted me to play that game. And, because it's like a Insomniac game. And it's... what's pretty interesting about it is that it still kind of pulls the same sort of trick. The Hull Gem, eh? Alright. Alright, maybe I didn't have to go here. Like, uh-oh. Hacha! You dastard. Oh man. One of these things. Come on. But Resistance, like Fall Man, like, I really do like Insomniac, and I do trust my friend Travis's flavor, not flavor, but taste in video games. Because while like he straight up does not like a bunch of games, the games that he does like, they're pretty solid for the most part. Oh, maybe. So it kind of. Oh. Huh. Arr. I'm very annoyed at this. Why you do this to me? I'm sorry. But like the way that Insomniac made this game was very odd because like there's a bunch of aliens that come out of nowhere during World War II, and like it feels so over the top, and at the same time they take it so seriously to the point where it just there's no fun to it. And I know Insomniac is very much a fun game, and like this is kind of their take of what should be a serious series, but I think that it would have worked better if it just kind of was a bit silly, because they have some guns that are pretty silly in it, and it's just like, I think that's what makes it work. What makes Insomniac games work is the fact that they have this sort of thing for it. Okay, I think I know what to do. Oh, come on now. So it's just like the atmosphere of this Resistance and everything, all of it, the story, all pretty much asinine and stupid. But like the gameplay itself, like really sold it to me, and it's just like, yeah, I could play this game again. Like I wouldn't mind that. Maybe fight. You bastard. Maybe if I go over here again. Just kind of. Why do I have to do that then? I don't want to do that again. Rawr. So Resistance, it wasn't a game I particularly liked, but it was a good game. It was a good game, not a great one. What's the other one? Oh, Resistance 3. Oh, Resistance 3. Oh my goodness. Going into Resistance 3 was just terrible, because like in the first one you were able to be a black guy, and I kid you not, there's literally only white people there. You see one black person in the entire game, and that's it. And he's like, he comes like halfway through not halfway through the story, but like 75% way through the story. And it's just very like wait, what? I'm like, no one seems to pay attention to the fact that a lot of white people survived. And it's just very like, what? So it just really added to the factor that I did not set up well for me. And on top of the fact that a lot of the story is stupid, just like stupid, like, oh yeah, we're gonna fight the aliens again. They're getting more powerful. Like, yeah, I get that. That's fine, but whatever. Of course, we didn't get to fight just aliens. We like fought like Mad Men Max type of fighters and whatnot. Oh my god. How do I get this enemy? How do I get you, dingy? Rar. How do I catch it? I don't need to reveal. Maybe if I move it or something. I'm sorry, this is just really bothering me because this is very annoyed that I can't do it. Arr. Anyway, but yeah, they just took out so many things that made the first Resistance great, which is really, really weird to me, because it's like, they did that, but they didn't, let's go ahead and set this. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Resistance, and I'm trying to like get like this thing. Where did my log go? Log? Where'd you go, buddy? Ah! Dang it. I lost my train of thought here. Alright, Resistance 3. Whitewashed. Complete whitewash story. Co-op was terrible because, like, you're no longer able to respond like you used to in the original game, and that made things actually harder. And it was just, and like the graphics were even worse. Like, everything was dark. It was ridiculous, and just yuck. It was all gross and everything. It really felt like they just made an incredibly generic game, and I'm so mad about it. Because I know the first Resistance wasn't like this. The first Resistance was good. And this one was just asinine. It was so stupid. Okay, there we go. Alright, better. Oh, there's more things. Ah! Rawr. Ghost Mage. All the bosses were utterly stupid. Like, just straight up dumb. Honestly, just Resistance 3 just... like, it adds a few things for gameplay-wise, but there's a lot of things that damper any experience you would have with it, and it's so sad, because I know it was better in the first one. I know it was, and just... it's so annoying to see that happen. Let's see here. Okay, so, yeah, I guess it was. I just didn't... oh no. There are... what is that, a message? People telling me Happy New Year's and whatever? How dare they? Alright, so we're on VVV now. Hi! We were on VVV. I was on VVV. I don't know what happened. No. VVV, was pretty much my first game to stream, and that was pretty fun, but, as for, it's just not, it's pretty much just a platformer. That's the thing with VVV. You just gotta accept the fact that it's so simplistic and, like, so explorative, but that's really it. Like, it has a story, but it doesn't really have a story. Like, it has music, and it's good music, but it's just, like, it's all bit beats and whatnot, and just, it's not a bad game. Not a bad game by any means, but it's very simple. It's a very simple game, and I think that both hinders it and makes it what it is. So that's what I have to say about VVV. Oh, you piece of crap! Just give me your stupid Dingen power. Maybe I catch it. Can I catch it? I do not know how to catch this thing at all. Come on. Like, I feel like I can't outrun it or anything. There's no little reveal. So you'd be like, oh, surprise. Can't do that. Don't lift anything. Mind read. Denjin powers. I demand them. I demand retribution. Give me the powers. Give them to me. You dastard. Alright, I'm gonna see how to get this darn thing. Because it's driving me up the wazoo here. Up the wazoo. This tension though, very annoying. Ataru, nande. Oh, freaking, because I have the halt. I am so dumb. I get a new little gem thing, and what I do, I don't use it. The halt gem. Or the details of it. It does, like, I understand that, but what is it? So dumb. Yay! The Jupiter Denjin kite joint. Tina. Well, that's good. Oh my god. Ever just like pick your feet and it's just like, it's some of the best feet picking you ever felt. I hate it too because I pick my feet to the point where they're dry. They're naturally dry now. And that's not the way your feet are supposed to be. Your feet are not supposed to be naturally dry on the inside of your toes. They're supposed to be a little nicer, but like I had a really big problem picking my feet when I was younger, so it got to the point where I started bleeding, and then I don't know what exactly stopped it. In all honesty, I couldn't tell you what directly stopped it. I just kind of stopped like ravaging my feet, and I just, because like picking your feet alone is not a bad thing, but it's to the point where you start plucking the skin off, like to a ravenous degree, is where it starts getting really bad, and you shouldn't be doing that. And I realized it was bad because, yeah, you're not supposed to bleed when you're doing any sort of activity. Just bleeding for no natural reason aside from just aggressively picking at it. And I was like, oh, I should probably not do that anymore. So I stopped, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get out of this village. At least did do something, so. There's that. But like, my goodness, this village is so big. Oh my goodness, how big it is. I just won't leave. I just want to go home. I just want my kids back. Oh yes, cave story. Wow, I literally have nothing on here for cave story. Cave story I've mentioned quite a few times on my feelings for it. And in all honesty, thinking back on cave story, such a lovely game. It really do. It really be that lovely of a game. Like, the music's wonderful, the sprite artwork is wonderful, the exploration and the enemies are wonderful. The only thing I don't like, and I know it's just a me problem more than anybody else's problem, is the fact that it uses computer controls, and I hate computer controls. Thankfully, I just decided to use... How the hell did I get there? How the hell did I go there? Dang it. So, really, it's just... Cave Story is wonderful, it's just... I need to make sure I use a controller next time, because otherwise I'm just frustrated at it at all times. I may eventually, at some point, like 5 or 6 years from now, beat the game 100%. But for now, I'm not going to do that. But it does have a nice little Metroidvania feel to it and everything, and it's just, it really is such a lovely game. And I do look about it fondly. Oh, this isn't necessarily up my list, but I feel it should be because I wanted to play it, and that is Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright was just some of the most loveliest game I ever did darn diddly darn played. And the way it combines both series is just wonderful because it gives you both Layton segments and Phoenix Wright segments. And it gives it to the way where all the boring parts of the Wright segments are the Layton segments. And the Layton segments aren't really, like, that bad. Because, they're nice little puzzles and everything. So it's just like puzzles and puzzles. And then it's court cases. And there's still a bunch of drama and tension to it, too. Because, like, Layton has that, too, in his games. And it's just... It's such a wonderful... They're wonderful two series to work with. And I'm just a little, I feel like a little, like, are they in the same universe now, or something, or, because that does feel a bit weird. Although I do find it kind of funny, because the trailer is incredibly mismatching. It lies to you, because whatever's in that trailer, you do not see at any point in time in the main game, for the most part. Like, maybe, like, little clips of it, but that's just because the way the clips are. Which I suppose is nice. Shepherds, what's with you? You want to enter Lompa? Yes. Well, you can't. Go back to where you came from. Racist. No, of course not. Well, that crew that said that is the same thing, but we don't trust them either. Leave now if you don't want to get hurt. Is there a way I could just kind of enter it? Dang it. I wonder if these guys will try to enter from the cave west of the town. Well, the gate there is too heavy for them to lift anyway. No worries. Alright. You losers. I'll do exactly what you said. Wah, 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 wah. And then I'll have your power. Okay. excuse me, lift, work, lift. Work with me here. Anyway, Leighton versus Phoenix Wright, like, straight up, really do. Level 5 did an amazing job for making Phoenix Wright the way it is. Maybe if I, So let's go and put lift on this. Come on now. Okay. So I could have gone in at any point in time. Or maybe I have already been in here. I don't know. Have you been in Lupa for long? No. No, you're a new member of down at Paz gang. Sure, why not? I think that thief at down at Paz is terrible bad, but it's not fair to blame the Lumbas for it. They date our cat too. Okay. But Leighton and Wright is such a lovely game. It really is. Ooh, Bayonetta 2 is such a lovely game. I played that too, and it was so wonderful. So wonderful. So wonderful. I'm starting to get sleepy, but I want to finish this first. Not Golden Sun. I'm not gonna get that done in time. That's just not gonna happen for me. But I did what I can, and I will. This will be one of the first games I beat within this year. That is for sure. I'm just still ashamed that I can't do it right away. Oh, there's another little thing right there. What's that? What's that? What's over there? We had no freedom ever since the cavern came to the village. We can't leave the village and no one is allowed in. I hate it. Well, yeah, well. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Ooh, child. As for the next game, in these series of games, Psychonauts. Psychonauts clearly deserved my attention more than it really ever got, and I honestly want to apologize for not getting to it sooner. Because frankly, I do think that, I think all of the gaming world needs to apologize for Psychonauts' terrible sales. And that just, it's really, really sad to see that happen, because it's such a lovely game. There's so much love and care into it that just makes me go, because it's clever, it's charming, it has such lovely platforming, and like, there's only like 1 or 2 segments that are really terrible about it. Don't come any closer to the forest. Fine. Don't come any closer to the fortress. Fine, jeez. Let's go ahead and see if I can halt them. can read. Dang it. I was hoping they would recognize me. Jerks. How do I do this? How do I do the dingle dangle? Okay. Achoo! Odd. That hurts. I mean, obviously you can. Come on. There we go. Getting closer and closer. Oh, there we go. Hot shot. Just trying to figure everything out here. Just very bleh. Is she not thinking anything? Jeez Louise. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. A shadow, eh? Shadow, eh? El Shadow. Alright, so I don't know how to be a shadow. You really should just pay attention to what I'm doing. Either which way. Anyway. Psychonauts is just... Psychonauts is a game that really should have been paid attention to more. And that's something I do want to stress so much about. But aside from all that, like, it's just a solid platformer. It has so many wonderful little concepts to it, and it's just... There needs to be a Psychonauts 2. It's not like I want Psychonauts 2, there just needs to be a Psychonauts 2. Those things work for it so much. I'm not trying to hype Psychonauts to the point where it's like, it's such an amazing game. Because I don't think it's that amazing. I just think that it's just so... It's incriminating how much potential that it lost. Just for not actually getting the attention that it deserved. And that's ooh, just do it, eh? They keep pushing us to work for I can't stand it. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to. But that's honestly what Psychonauts really feels like. It's just... Everything about it is great. And it just... It needs to be expanded on. As for Spyro, You're the Dragon, that was one of the last ones that I had up here. Spyro definitely has not aged well as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it's particularly bad or worse, but it's just... I know it's aged. That's more so the fact that I've known it aged. It's not nearly as great as it once was, and... Let me in there, god dang it. Odd. So it's just the fact that it hasn't really aged, but hasn't aged well, but like the graphics are still pleasant. The story is incredibly terrible. Like I just look to my past self and just kind of think, how did I even like tolerate this stupid dialogue that it has sometimes? It's just really, really stupid dialogue. It's just very asinine, and I'm just very, what? About it. And there's a bunch of mini games which are like fine and dandy, but it's just... Ooh. Okay, so that's what that could do, okay. There's the button there. Dang it. I can't leave them put not Windows, I'm watching like that. So it's just, it really was a rude awakening for me to find out that Spyro really wasn't as great as I thought it was. It's still fun, it's still addicting as a collectathon, but it's not how I remembered it, and that's the unfortunate thing. As for the other ones, Uh, oh, Miracle Mask. Oh my goodness. I forgot to mention that. Miracle Mask was like beforehand. I don't know where it is on this little list thing because I don't have it on here for some weird reason, but it's I don't think I could do anything right now at this moment. That's the unfortunate thing. Alright, whatever. Maybe let's just go over there. I'll just see if I can do that over there. Ooh! Little slimes. Anyway, Miracle Mask, by and large, was far better than the other, than Last Spectre was. Last Spectre was terrible far more in comparison, and Miracle Mask was so lovely in comparison. It was, honestly, I feel Miracle Mask is, by and large, the best Layton game out there. Because there's action sequences to it, there's a nice little mystery behind it all, and it just, like, they actually incorporate the puzzles better than the majority of Layton games do, and that's very nice. I like that. And I feel like Emmy isn't really that great of a character in it. She just kind of stands in the background, just like, oh yeah, I was there, which is, you know, kind of true. She is kind of just there, but it's just, they didn't do anything with her character whatsoever. And it's just like, why? I mean, later on you kind of find out what they do with her character, but it's just, you don't see her in the main story at all. She's just not there. And it's just puzzle solving and all this and that. I kind of feel like Emmy was downplayed the same way that the other main girl character was in the other Layton games, where she's just kind of like, she's there to just be there. And while that's kind of fine, there's also kind of like, So, I will say that much. But, oh no, not just yet. And as for Azurian Legacy, I feel it is far weaker for a sequel from Miracle Mask. Miracle Mask had a lot going for it, but the Azurian Legacy just kind of felt like it got lazy again. It's just like, we're gonna travel a bunch of places and solve mysteries and such, and that's kind of cool and everything, but for Layton, it doesn't really work well for it. It's like, you have to kind of keep it to where it is. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to other places and it's gonna be plot convenient. Like, none of it actually was very plot convenient, and several of the places you go to were fairly stupid, just like as a little side thing. There's like one or two that were like nice, but it's just, for the most part, I think they could have done better if it just, they didn't kind of advertise it as like, we'll travel forever, because that's definitely not what it was. It wasn't that. And I think if they didn't try to give it as a conclusion for the whole of Layton, especially that prequel, if they kind of made it to where like a mystery was being built up for the final little part of it or whatever, or even that they made like DLC or something, I think that would have been better for it. And it just wasn't there. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing about it, is that it felt rushed, quote unquote, because it's like, oh, this kind of has to be like a trilogy, and it has to be the last part of the trilogy, but we also want to do these things too. So it's like, either you could have done a world trip, like Professor Layton and the world trip or something, which would have been kind of fun. I would have liked to see that in in as like a little phone game or something like that, the way that they have a Layton Brothers. Oh yeah, I was here before. Maybe. No, it doesn't seem like it does. There's nothing really for me to figure out. Anyway, the last game I have is and I'm sorry that I can't really figure out what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of just rambling on about things, but that's how it will happen. Anyway, the last game that I beat this year, like legitimately last year that I beat, which was pretty much yesterday. Not yesterday as in yesterday. I mean like as in like the day before Christmas, the day before New Year's Eve. That I beat Super Meat Boy, and Super Meat Boy was quite a struggle. It just like if you watched that stream before or whatever, because I do have a little stream of it. I'll try to save some of it. Like I'll try to save some of this. But it's so hard, and at the same time it's so wonderful how it's so hard, and it's just like at the same time I don't want that, so it's kind of hard to say where it really falls, but I think as a whole it's generally good. But for all the games that I have played that the people have made me want to play and this and that, I know I haven't played nearly as many games that I want to from them, and that kind of sucks because I really want to keep going on with this. And frankly, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for this year for this kind of gaming challenge. I do know that I want to stream more. I want to do this more. But I think I'll just continue on trying to beat the games that my friends have tried to set out for me. That's not full on like yeah, but I think I'll just stick it to where I'll just have a video game cap of whatever. Like I want to stream a certain amount of games. I think be the best, like start to finish or whatever. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Just like the year's stream, you know, or Steam, I guess. Because I do have a lot of Steam games now that I need to play, and it's just like, oh my goodness gracious almighty. But that's here or there. So I think that works out the way it do. And I think we'll just kind of end it off right here, because I just been kind of talking and rambling and going around in circles. For people that are watching this later, thank you for watching it. I'm sure I just kind of ramble on a bit, and it's just like whatever. But I'm glad that that I'm getting more and more things done, and frankly, I do hope I'm a little better at this and I get better equipment for this kind of stuff. Anyway, hopefully I found everything settled. I'll see all you folks later.